Good morning, friends. So already we have discussion in our first live lecture that I'm going to teach you a differential geometry paper in this semester. So we have already discussed what is a differential geometry. So what is a differential geometry? It is simply a study of surfaces with the help of differential calculus. Rather, in the paper of differential geometry, we are going to study those surfaces which are smooth or arbitrarily smooth. That means it should not have any peak. Okay. So these are the points which we have discussed. Now go for let us go for the some basic ideas in the differential geometry. So we have I think discussed what is an equation of a line. Right, equation of a line in 2D space. Okay, so what is an equation of a line in 2D space? We have discussed it is as what is an equation? Is nothing but ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So this is what an equation of a line in a 2D space or rather in a plane. So we can have in many different forms of this equation. We can write it as y is equal to mx plus c. This is called slope point form where m is a slope and c is a intercept. Now suppose if I am saying that the value of c is 0. If suppose I am saying c is 0, it means that the equation of this line will pass through the origin. Okay. Now value of c denotes that it have some y-intercept. So this is simply an equation of a line that we can call it as ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Okay. Now let us go for the equation of a line in 3D. Equation of a line in a 3D space. So what will be the equation of a line in a 3D space? Now when as in the live lecture we have discussed, someone has told that it is ax plus by plus ez plus d is equal to 0, but this is not an equation of line. We will discuss what is that equation ax plus by plus ez plus d is equal to 0. Okay, so for that let us go for what will be an equation of a line in a 3D space. So for that suppose if I want to find out an equation of a line, what I need is at least one point on the line. That is, what we need is first point is we must know a point on a line, and the second thing we must know is direction of a line. Okay, we must know a point on the line, and the second one we must know is a direction of that line. Because for a single point through a single point we can have many lines. Okay, just like this, suppose I am having a one single point, say like this. If this is a single point, so from this point I can have many number of line passing through this point. So that's why we must have a second point, that is a direction vector. Okay, so let us see how we will find out equation of line in a 3D space. Okay, so let us have our 3D space. Okay, this is what x, y, z axis. Now with the help of these x, y, z axis, now I told you that we must know a one point on the line. Suppose we name it as P naught okay. So this is a point P naught. It's some coordinates say x naught, y naught and z naught. And what we must know is a direction vector. Suppose I have a point P naught, this point P naught with the coordinates say x naught, y naught, z naught. Okay, and the next thing we know is a direction vector, that is v. The with directions, cosines or direction ratios, we can call direction ratio as a, b, c. Okay, so we have provided with one point P naught with the coordinates say x naught, y naught, z naught, and the direction vector say v is equals to a, b, c. Okay, suppose let us draw this. We have vector v bar. Okay, now this is a direction vector. In this direction our line should pass through. Okay, so let us draw this. How you are going to draw the equation of line which must pass through this point P naught, and it must be in the direction of a B. Okay, so now if I want to find out an equation of a line, this is what we are getting this by with the figure itself. That is, it is in the direction of V bar and it passes through a point P naught. Okay, now suppose if I want to find out equation of a line with the help of all those given things. So what I will do is, so what I will do, I will have I will join this point to the origin, and next I will join to the some arbitrary point on the line. Now let us assume that this is some point P with say coordinates x, y and z. What is this? This is simply any point on the line, and originally what is P naught? P naught is a given point and P of xyz is some arbitrary point. With the help of these two things and a direction vector, we will find out an equation of a line in a 3D space. So how you will find out this is, suppose this is what you are R naught, and suppose this is R. So suppose this is your R. Okay, so now what I will do is I will have to find out the equation of a line. What I will do, if I want to find out the distance P naught P, that is, if I want to find out P naught P will be equal to what it should be equal to, as we already know that if the direction of these two lines are same, so we know about parallel lines. What are parallel lines? These directions of those directions of the parallel lines are same, but they are scalar multiple of one another. Suppose T is a scalar and B is a vector provided to us. In this direction only our original line goes. So P naught P will be simply T times a vector V bar. So what will be a P naught P? It is simply, how we are going to calculate this distance? We will calculate this distance how to calculate this distance. So how you are going, so how you are going to calculate this P naught P distance? We will calculate this distance with the help of the thing. Suppose what we will do is OP minus P naught. Okay, so this will be equal to T times V. So what will be OP? O is nothing but our origin. There is O. This is nothing but our origin O. Okay. So this is our origin O. So with the help of this we can find out now what is OP. We have named it as R minus this OP naught is nothing but R naught, which is equals to T times V. Okay. So directly now we can write it as R is equals to R naught plus T times V. Okay. Now if I want to write down in terms of coordinate, what I will write down this as what is R? R is any vector that is the distance OP. So R is a vector. This is simply a distance OP. So we can write it as X, Y, Z, which is equals to X naught, Y naught, Z naught. Okay, plus T times V. V is also provided to us, that is A, B, C with the coordinates. So now after this things, we can equate the coordinates and then we can write finally this as X is equals to X naught plus TV. Similarly, we can write for Y. Similarly, we can write for Z. So these are simply an equation. These three equations will give you an equation of a line in a 3D space. So we can write it as Y naught plus TV. Instead of writing B, so we can write it as A. This is B, and the next one is Z is equal to Z naught plus T times C. So combinedly all these three equations will give you an equation of a line in a 3D space. Okay. Now we have written all these three equations with the help of a parameter T. Okay. So that's why these are called a parametric form of an equation of a line. Now let us go for the next one, that is a symmetric form of an equation of a line. I think you already know about symmetric form of an equation of line. This is simply just like x minus x naught. This is simply x minus x naught divided by, this is equal to y minus y naught divided by b, which is equal to z minus z naught divided by c. Okay, so let me write this x minus x naught divided by a simply x minus x naught divided by a, which is equal to y minus y naught divided by b, which is equal to z minus z naught divided by c, which will be equal to t. Now how we have found this equation? With the help of originally equation, that is just now we have found those equation as, this is simply x is equal to x naught plus TA. So simply if I remove a t, this will be an equation x minus x naught divided by, and similarly we can find for y minus y naught divided by b, z minus z naught divided by c. So this is what a symmetric form of an equation of a line. Okay. Now let us go for the next one. That means what will be an equation of a line segment. Now here we have studied that how to find out an equation of a line in a 3D space. So for that we needed 2 points. One is a point on the line and second one is a direction vector. Now suppose a direction vector is not given. Instead of that we are provided with the 2 points. This is instead of having only 1 point, we are provided with the 2 points. So how you are going to find out how you are going to find out this equation of a line segment? Again, suppose we have this 3D system. Let us draw 3D space. Okay, after drawing this 3D space, after drawing this 3D space, so what we are provided with, now we are provided with the 2 points. Suppose here is 1 point, some here is 1 point, say this is a point, this is a point P naught, and this will be a point P1. Okay, point P naught with the coordinates say x0, y0, z0, and P1 with the coordinates say x1, y1 and z1. Now if I want to write down this equation of a line with the help of these 2 points, if the direction vector is not given, directly we can draw the line like this. Okay, so if I am able to draw this, so this will be an equation of a line passing through the 2 points. Now if I want to write down in the form of r is equal to r naught plus tv, so what I will write is x is equals to x naught plus t times a. Now if a is not provided to you, what you will do, this a is working as a direction ratio of direction cosine. So what will be the value of that a? That a we can calculate with the help of one another thing, that is P naught P1. What will be P naught P1? It is simply x1 minus x naught. Second one is y1 minus y naught. Third one is z1 minus z0. Okay. So this will also provide you a direction. Okay. Initially what we have B, that is a direction vector. It will give you a direction for our line A, B, C. The directions of this direction ratios are A, B, C. Now instead of having direction ratios A, B, C, now we can calculate with the help of given 2 points. Just you have to subtract them and you will get a direction vector. So instead of writing t times A, we can now write down here as x1 minus x0. So similarly now you can write down for the next equation y is equal to y0 plus t times y1 minus y0. Similarly now you can write down for z is equal to z0 plus t times z1 minus z. Okay. So this is what an equation of a line segment. That means if we are not provided with a direction vector, if we are provided with only 2 points on the line, directly you can find out a direction vector with the help of a P0 P1. With the help of this P0 P1, we can have a direction vector, and then we can find out an equation of a line. If you want to see geometrically directly, if you are provided with the 2 point, you can draw a line passing through these 2 points. Okay. And so now I will have a next point that somewhere in the live lecture we have studied that what is an equation of a line in a 3D space. Someone has told that it is ax plus by plus cz plus d is equal to 0. Okay, so this is what ax plus by plus cz is plus d is equal to 0. Again, if d is equal to 0, we know that this will pass through the now we don't know what is this. I already told you this is not an equation of a line in a 3D space. So what it should be is it is an equation of a plane. Okay, if suppose I am saying that it is an equation of a plane. So if suppose d is equal to 0, this plane will pass through the origin. This plane will pass through the origin. Now initially we have discussed how to find out an equation of a line in a 3D space. What we need is 2 points. That is, first one is we need a point on the line, and second point we need a direction. Okay, so now what we need for our equation of a plane, so what we need now, okay, for this we need that again 2 points. First one is a point on a plane, and the second one we need will be a normal to the plane. Okay, we need a point on the plane and the normal to the plane. Now let us draw a 3D system. That is, this is what our x-axis. This is y. And the next is z-axis. Okay. Now, suppose if I want to find out the equation of a plane, let us go one by one. Suppose we have a one plane. Suppose we have a plane. Now for this plane, what we need is, initially we must have a point on the plane, say P naught. This point is a P naught. Okay. And what we need is a normal. Now everyone know what is a normal vector. Normal means what? It is simply normal to the plane means what? It will be normal to each and every tangent vector on the plane. And what is a special property of a normal vector is normal and tangent to the plane. That is, all the lines, or we can directly say that all the lines on the plane and the normal vector, the dot product of these two should be equal to 0. That is called a normal vector. So suppose we have a normal vector, say n bar. Okay, so this is a normal vector and this is a point. Suppose here is our point, arbitrary point, say P. So an arbitrary point P, and this is a point P naught given to us. So after joining these two, we will get, this is a normal to the plane. That means it will be a perpendicular to each and every tangent on the plane. Okay, so what is a property of a normal vector is, everyone know about what is a property of a normal vector is n bar into that p naught p should be equal to 0, right? N bar into p naught p should be equal to 0. Why it should be 0? This is a property of a normal vector. Now, normal means what? It should be perpendicular to each and every tangent vector on your plane. Okay. So with the help of this, what is a normal vector? Say suppose normal vector with the coordinates a, b, c, and what is p naught p? It is simply again x minus x naught, y minus y naught, z minus z naught. Okay. So the dot product of these two should be equal to 0. Why the dot product should be 0 for a perpendicular vector? Already we know that the dot product is nothing but with the help of cosine, and cosine of 90 degree is always 0. Okay, what is a dot b? A dot b is nothing but mod a mod b into cos theta. Theta is nothing but an angle between these two corresponding vectors. Now what is a normal vector? Normal vector is nothing but a vector which is perpendicular to each and every tangent vector on your plane. So if it is perpendicular to each and every tangent vector, so if I am taking a dot product of normal vector with any line or any tangent vector on the plane, it should be equal to 0. Now if I am going to evaluate this, I will get it as x minus x naught a into x minus x naught plus b into y minus y naught plus c into z minus z naught, which is equal to 0. Okay, what we'll do next is already we know that x naught, y naught and z naught, that means our original point p naught is given to us a point on a plane. That means this is a point on the plane. So we know this point, a point given to us. So that's why we will take all the terms with x naught, y naught and z naught on one side, and we will write down our equation as ax plus by plus cz plus the remaining terms. Now let us see what are the remaining terms. If I write with the negative sign, what we remains is ax naught plus by naught plus cz naught, okay, which is equal to 0 as it is a dot product. So already we know what is ABC. This is a direction ratios of a normal vector, and what is x naught, y naught, z naught. These are the provided points. So value of this term should be equal to some constant d. So finally now we can write down the equation as ax plus by plus cz plus d, some constant d equal to 0. So this will be an equation of a plane. Okay. Now let us have some general idea about what is a differential geometry. So actually the name itself suggests that it is a combination of two papers, that is differential calculus and a geometry. Already we know about a geometry, that means a study of surfaces, study of curve. And in the paper of differential geometry, we are going to study the smooth surfaces. We are going to see some of the properties of the surfaces, just like what is a bending of this surface, what is the curvature, what is a torsion of this surface or a curve. Initially we'll study about the curve, and finally we'll the third chapter we will go for the surfaces, study of surfaces. Okay, so all those properties of surfaces or curve, we are going to study those property with the help of a differential calculus. Okay, So actually differential geometry was introduced by a Gaspard Monge and C.F. Gauss. All this information you can get on your differential geometry book. I will provide you the PDF of that book. You can write down the name also. O'Neill B by O'Neill B is a author name. Different elementary differential geometry by O'Neill B. Okay. Now all those things, whatever we are going to study in the differential geometry, is based on the Euclidean space. Now everyone know what is in Euclidean space. It is nothing but your 3D space. Already everyone know that R3 space. So instead of writing R3 space, now we will write down in the differential geometry it as a E3 space. That is nothing but your R3 space, but as it is introduced by Euclidean, so that's why we'll write down it as E3 space. Okay. So what is E3 space? E3 space is nothing but this is your 3D space. Okay, so if I want to write down the coordinates of any point, I can write down with as say coordinates are x, y, and z. Any point. Okay, what are those x, y, z? These are nothing but any real numbers. Okay, so let us stop here, and the next lecture onwards we'll go for the what is differential geometry. Okay, thank you so much.